Oh, hello there. Welcome to Rack Attack. I know. It's been a little while. I've been busy. Life gets tough. Work gets busy. The wife's demanding. Kids are in school. It's hunt season. There's a lot to do. Give me a break. But I'm back. Rack Attack is back. Let's go. Rack Attack! Welcome to Badlands Rack Attack. I'm excited to be back and in a very different, new type of location than you've ever seen us before. I don't think I've ever been out of the Rack Attack studio. Here I am in Ohio, our first remote episode of Rack Attack ever. I am here in Whitetail Deer Camp for the week and joined by my very special guest, Tom Petry. Did I say that right?
Special guest.
Special
You
guest.
said guest wrong, but my name was right.
Well, we got people from Oklahoma in camp, Southern Illinois, Ohio/New Jersey. It's just a mess of accents. So, me being from Utah, I don't have an accent. But so, Tom Petry.
Yeah.
My notes tell me you are the creator, co-creator of Become One, the host.
Yeah,
of Become One.
Co-host.
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 And
Co-creator,
a multitude of other things. Film the Hunt is another project of yours.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that. Outdoor Media Group. Yep. I don't know what they do, but you're in charge of that. But just all things production, outdoor television.
Just living it, man.
And how would you title yourself? I don't know.
You know, my wife always says this. She's like, when people ask me what you do, I don't know how to answer it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just do. You know what I mean? Just live the outdoor lifestyle.
Done.
Just get stuff done. Just
hammer.
Just hammer it.
All
Yeah,
the time.
exactly.
All the
time, man. I don't know. I think I'd classify both Nick and I as entrepreneurs. We're doing what we love and found a way to make a living at it.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good summary.
Yeah.
I did want to say this is a very special segment, one I've been wanting to do for a while. We're debuting today, called Between Two Racks. Right? So we sit down between a couple of nice racks and we have a conversation about whatever. We'll see where it.
I'm excited.
We'll see where it leads us. So I wrote these notes. I couldn't sleep last night, so like 3:30, I woke up and half asleep, wrote some notes. So we'll see.
This should be interesting.
I am going to start with a really easy question. I actually wanted to be a journalist when I grew up.
Really?
It didn't work out, so here I am. But here's my chance.
Okay, well, one shot.
To be one, so.
As Eminem says, you only get one shot.
Yeah, mom's spaghetti.
One opportunity.
So first, I'll give you a softball.
Okay.
How much money do you make a year after taxes?
Is that a serious question, actually?
I mean, the people want to know. It's on the sheet.
Well, Blake, I can tell you it's not as much as you make, I'm sure. I will never forget that moment.
Yeah.
That was an actual... Is this... Wait, seriously, though, is it really... Are you asking me for real?
No, you can withhold the answer to that question. I think it might reveal itself during the course of this conversation.
I'll never forget that is an actual thing that actually happened in a conversation that we had somewhere, you and I.
It did,
yeah.
with somebody else.
We don't have to go into the details.
No.
Nick.
It has come up before.
The bearded wonder, Nick Ventura.
Yeah.
He busted that line out, and gosh, I think we all just lost it. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So anyway, Blake, it's somewhere between...
You can dodge that one.
Okay.
You can dodge that like a politician.
Yeah.
You mentioned Nick. I did want to mention he's actually driving back from Kansas pretty much as we speak. So he might grace us with his presence, but co-host, co-owner of your different businesses and endeavors. You mentioned to me earlier that you do most of the work, but split the money. Can you elaborate on that just a little bit?
So, Blake, it's kind of like, I mean, we'll go back to you. I mean, just it's the reason you make all the money at Badlands. You do all the work, right? You know what it's like.
Yeah, I keep saying that. So
I just feel bad for Nick, you know. He's a young guy. He's trying to get life started. I want to help him out.
He's not that young.
No, he's not. It's just, Blake, it's like we talked about. I just keep hammering and just get it done, you know, all the time.
Well, you're about the hardest working Energizer bunny I know, so it's hard to get you to sit. I'm surprised we could get you to sit down for 10 minutes.
I'm actually sleeping right now. This is how I sleep. This is my downtime.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm zonked out. I don't know if you can tell. Am I snoring?
No.
Can you hear it? The snoring?
I mean, your eyes are bloodshot and you look horrible. But
well, that's pretty much the usual. Do we have any more coffee on the set? Is there any more coffee? I'm actually about out of coffee. If we got,
I did just buy you a new coffee maker.
Yeah,
so.
I appreciate it. Thank you there. I thank you for that. I was almost out. Appreciate it.
Apparently, you guys had a production meeting while I
we
was
did.
gone.
We
Yeah,
did.
Yeah.
See, Blake, this
like
is how
that.
I keep going. You know, it's just
yeah.
it's the coffee, it's the caffeine.
Good for you, man. Well, thanks for bringing that free plug for Michelob into the episode today. I appreciate that. Let's keep trucking along. I think people are getting bored. They're probably like already searching for a Meat Eater episode to go watch or something.
Really are. They can find that anywhere. It's available.
I did want to ask. There are, and this is no joke. There are a lot of people out there that would love to do what you do for a living. What are just like a couple of things you could share with them to talk them out of it?
Huh. So this is actually a real question. This is okay.
It's a little tongue in cheek, but I mean, what is the life of what you do like?
Well, I started out basically, just studying you, and what just wanted to be like Blake.
Wow.
And then I guess to answer this question honestly, and we've had a lot of people ask us this. I think what is it? What is it that you want to do? Right? Because there's a lot of misconception in people think you just go hunting for a living, make hunting television, and you make a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. Well, you know me well enough, you know Nick well enough, you know us well enough, and what we do as a company, that's far. It couldn't be further from the truth. As a matter of fact, yes, we get to hunt a lot, but there's a lot of things I'm embarrassed to say I don't do as much as others. Getting gear dialed in and spending just days on end shooting my bow and that kind of stuff, because we're actually doing the things we need to do to make money and make a living at this. And it's like an 8-day-a-week job, man. If you don't honestly work your ass off, you're not going to be able to. So I think, what is it that people say, I'd love to do what you do for a living? What do they ask? They want to hunt for a living, or they want to just be in the outdoor space? Because if that's the case, they could get into something like you do. I mean, you live this dream.
Job's taken.
It is, but I got intel. It's not. No. I think, what is it? What's your niche? What are you good at, right? And then take that and utilize that skill in the outdoor space and run with it. But if it's just hunting related, they want to hunt and film hunts I think you need to learn how to run a camera, learn how to edit, learn how to produce like a professional, and then actually get out there and start meeting people, shaking hands. I mean, heck, I've met you how many years ago now? A long, long time.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
6,
it's actually an interesting
now,
story. I think we go way back.
Way back.
No, many, many years ago at a trade show, I remember you and Nick were going booth to booth through the whole trade show, begging people for money. And you walked from 3 of our competitors. I saw you hit them up.
We had different hats on.
Then you walked over to ours, and you're like, "Oh, you're our favorite brand. You're the first company we've talked to."
Isn't that how you do it? That's the way you do it. Yeah.
And that twinkle in the eye and that deep, smoky voice, I was like, "This kid has it. This kid's got what it takes."
Got something. I could do voiceover for Badlands.
Yeah.
No,
Tom's got the voice. Nick's got the beard. There's something here.
It's a deadly combination.
Yeah.
That's why we honestly, that's why we work well together. That's why we work well together. He's got the beard and I got the voice. You know.
Yeah.
No, Blake. Honestly, I truly believe that it's different, and I think you'll agree with me today than it was 10 years ago in how you actually approach and make a living in this industry. Breaking the door down at the Badlands booth at ATA anymore is basically impossible.
It's a dead end.
It's a dead end.
It's going to get you nowhere. Honestly.
In all honesty, in the beginning, that is kind of how we did it. However, we saw the cliche way of how people were doing it, the media kits and all that stuff. And we kind of went at it with a little bit more of a personal touch and more of a message, and we kind of showed them what we wanted to do and what we were about before we started asking for stuff. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yep.
So I don't know. I think it worked for us. I'm not sure what to tell anybody today. You better stand out for sure. Like, you better really stand out, or else it's going to be difficult to do what we do for a living. You know, again, if you want to marketing and media content creation, there's a lot of people just looking for content creators.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think, you're right. A, stand out and have a plan and how to execute it. B, quality first. I mean,
100%.
That's what stuck out with you guys for us, was just the highest quality video, photo, any content we could ask for, we knew was going to come back high quality.
Yeah, and then
and that takes time. That's taken your whole career to learn that.
Yeah, and we're still learning it.
Yeah.
Every year we feel we get better and better and better. But in our business mentality, whether we're producing a commercial for someone, or if we're getting images to you, or if you guys request something, our mentality is under promise, over deliver every single time. Yep. And I think that's kind of across the board on any company we work with. It's not just you, Blake. You know, I know you thought yours, but no, I think that's that's the way Nick and I operate, and it's the way everybody should operate, honestly.
Yep.
Again, there's 100,000 other people that would want to be doing this, as you mentioned. So that's one way to separate yourself, is over deliver every single time.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well, that transitions me nicely into the, is it hard not seeing your child grow up?
Yeah. You know what? That's, that actually hits right here. It does. Just where's the tissues? Oh my god!
I was trying to get a little tear on the show. No, I mean that as
I know how you mean it.
It takes you away a lot, and I'm sure that's tough, and that's part of the gig that you almost commit to, right? To be able to put out the amount of content you guys do, and do the production stuff as well. It takes you away a lot, right?
It does, and there's a lot of people in this business that travel more than we do.
Yeah.
We're pretty fortunate. We build a lot more stories based on less trips, but we still travel a lot. Matter of fact, my daughter, I was putting her to bed last night, and you know what she said to me? She's like, Daddy, she's like, you just got back, and you're leaving again in a few days, and you've just been spending all your time over there with the guys.
I'm sorry.
I know. So get the hell out.
No, in a couple days.
It's tough, and I swear, and Nick's starting to see this a little bit now. He's got a little one, right? Yeah. Still an infant, so he's not to the point yet to where as soon as he gets that daddy puppy dog face, that one's gonna dig and grab.
Yeah,
but it's kind of an odd thing in that when you're traveling and you're doing and you're grinding and you're working, you're really and truly just at it, and your mind, it drifts home, obviously, because you call home every day, you check in, and your heart and mind slip away for a few minutes, but then you're back in the grind and back in the grind and back in the grind. But I find, especially during whitetail season, it just smacks me when I'm sitting in a deer stand and I'm bored. I don't have a lot of action. I get, a lot of times, maybe I'm thumbing through my phone and I'm looking at pictures, or my wife will put a post up back home. They're doing this, or Halloween. I was gone for Halloween, and I get the picture up there with my daughter in her costume on and smiling and candy and all that stuff, and that stuff sends a chill up my spine. Yeah, I don't like it. So next question. Next question.
That hit a little harder than I meant it to.
Oh, it's between two racks thing. I'm starting to see
trying to find an out
where
here on
this
my
is
notes.
going.
All the rest of the questions are worse.
I'll start calling you Zach.
Take his paycheck, not his looks.
Do you have a satchel? You need a
European
satchel.
carry-all. Yeah.
Badlands' next product.
Yeah.
Huh? The
Badlands
satchel?
man satchel.
And a little baby carrier.
I like it. No, I had another hard-hitting journalistic question. I really thought.
Is that a word, journalistic?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's in the thing.
It's in the Scrabble
I'll
dictionary.
look it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your show on Sportsman's channel is called Become One. Does that mean anything different now than it meant when you came up with it, do you think?
That's a great question.
Yeah, right? I thought so too.
I don't think so to us. Nothing's hit me in the recent years that's made me say it's taken a spin. From day one, Nick and I have always said that it has multiple meanings for what we want it to mean and what we want it to stand for. I think first and foremost, it's us as an industry. It's us as hunters, any kind of hunter, fisherman, whatever you may be, that because of the world of social media that we live in, and because of the world of, puffing chests and saying, I do this and I do that, or you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Our message was to try and just take people back. And although you can never go back in time, right? We'll never rewind to 1985 and how hunters were looked at and but if you could just take your mind back, if you can remember back that far, if you're old enough to remember back that far, and think how simple it was and how we didn't care whether you were shooting a muzzleloader or a shotgun or a rifle or a bow or whatever, just trying to send that message out there of stop. If it's legal, then why are we bashing on other people for how they go about things?
Yeah.
And I know there's probably 5 different ways to argue any one topic. But social media rears its ugly head with a lot of these individuals that want to attack us, and we're helping no one in this at all. Zero. We're certainly not helping ourselves. If anything, we're feeding the opposite end of this argument and giving them more to kind of more fuel for their fire, right? So that was kind of like the majority of our message was just, we're going to try and produce the best storylines wrapped around the most real moments and show it in the most real way we can, but not in a candid way, more in just a cinematic storyline way. Make sure every episode has a beginning, middle, and end, as if it were a movie, and try and share good quality messages that mean something to people. I think that is, whether you've heard of our show or you haven't, I hope that maybe has more meaning to you today than it did yesterday. And I think that is continuing to get harder and harder, because social media is becoming more and more and more and more of an issue in our world, in our space. I mean, it's getting banned on certain platforms, right? I know they took monetization away out of YouTube and hunting videos. I mean, it's just, they're taking more and more away from us. So if we could just stop fighting amongst one another. Anyway, and then I know that was kind of long-winded. I apologize. But and then the other, with the film, The Hunt Brand that we have, the sidebar message is we sell dreams to people, and they're not necessarily, dreams like you can never attain them. There's 2 people sitting behind these cameras that actually were students.
Hi, guys.
So they're living the dream. So the idea of, you've always wanted to film hunts, you always wanted to be in this industry, and you're just sitting on your hands and you're not really doing anything about it. Our theory was, if you want to do it, go chase that dream, become one, if that's what you want to do. So that was our sidebar message to it. So no, I don't think anything's changed. Yeah. I think it's just they're growing. Those meanings are becoming deeper and deeper. The more we're in business and the more people learn about us and the more we grow and the more the world starts to close down on us as hunters, hopefully that message becomes more prominent.
Good answer.
Was all right?
Yeah, you can talk. Man, you can articulate a thought.
Well, it's the coffee. It's delicious.
No, that's good stuff. In all serious note.
Did you have a marble in your mouth?
Yeah, I did. In all seriousness, though, for the first segment.
What's a segment?
Should we cut?
In all seriousness, why would you cut?
We've never cut.
This
on
is Rack Attack.
We've never cut on.
We
Rack
do not
Attack.
cut on Rack Attack.
I appreciate you, of all people, being the first guest on our first remote Rack Attack and our first segment of Between Two Racks. Honestly, there's nobody I'd rather sit down and talk to.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
Was that on your paper? Did you write that down, or was that sincere?
Half
Both.
and half.
All right.
It is sincere, though. We've spent a lot of time together, a lot of camps together.
We have, man.
These were questions I wanted the answers to, that our 3 people watching wanted the answers to.
You talking about those 3 or all the viewers?
Oh, there's 3 more.
There's 3 more. 6. Yes. All right.
It's stuck with us.
So is this going to be a thing? You going to do this?
Between 2 racks?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to depend on if people like this. I mean, if I look at this 2 weeks after it's been up and there's 13 views, then we'll throw it in that'll go on the cutting room floor, as they say.
Yeah, well, I hope they enjoyed it. I had fun, dude.
I did too.
I loved it. I appreciate you right back.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
I love you, brother. I really do. I do.
Man. I love you.
This is special.
It is. It's good stuff, and I appreciate the hospitality.
Back at you.
It's almost Thanksgiving, so
it is.
Again,
that's crazy.
A lot of thankfulness going on here between
I'm
me
thankful.
and Tom.
Yeah, I'm thankful for so much. I'm not thankful for that snow outside right now.
I know.
Brr.
It's that time of year. Sorry.
It's all right.
On that note, we're actually going to end today's Rack Attack with some special Thanksgiving messages from some of our most favorite people in the world. They wanted to share some thoughts. So
awesome.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Very cool.
And
happy
holidays. And thank you for joining us for Badlands Rack Attack.
We get it?
Hey guys, I'm Amy Spoon, and I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving from the Badlands family to your family. My Thanksgiving is usually spent a little bit different than everybody else's. Brady and I head over to northern Idaho every Thanksgiving for a whitetail hunt, and it's one of those days I look forward to every year. It's great. Don't get to spend it with the rest of the family. Our Thanksgiving dinner usually consists of cheese and crackers and maybe like if we can find it, a turkey casserole mountain house, and we just eat it on the tailgate during the day out in the woods. So no big spread of a dinner, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'll take that tailgate turkey day dinner anytime. So that's what I'll be doing. I hope everybody eats way too much food and has way too much fun with all your family. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
What's up, Rack Attack? Garrett with Last Breath TV. Was able to shoot this beautiful deer we call TJ. 5.5-year-old Grant and I have been hunting for a while. On behalf of our Last Breath family to yours, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Hey guys, Austin TIBBOT with the Bearded Buck. Happy Thanksgiving. You know, it's that time of the year where we're all so thankful to get together with friends and family, talk about some past hunts from this fall, and just enjoy some awesome food. You know, a little twist on Thanksgiving for us, something that we like to do besides eating turkey, is eat backstraps, you know, and I'm actually standing next to a deer that I was just recently fortunate enough to harvest, and we got some fresh backstraps to enjoy with friends and family. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Hey, this is Tim Endsley. I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. We just all have so much to be thankful for. Even with all the chaos in the world right now, we still have so much to be thankful for. We don't really have a lot of Thanksgiving traditions around our house other than maybe some arguments over which family's house we're going to first for Thanksgiving, but that's generally it. That's pretty much our Thanksgiving traditions is just kind of arguing over whose house we're going to first. I usually lose that argument, so I just go where they tell me to go. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, Rack Attack viewers. It is Alex from The Rise. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. Every year, my brother-in-law and I take my nephew out deer hunting. We go out for a morning hunt, and then we'll come back and eat the bird with the family. Something I look forward to every year. Hopefully y'all have a great holiday season, and best of luck to y'all.
My name is Logan, and I was able to harvest this beautiful deer today, and I was just wanting to wish everyone on Rack Attack a happy Thanksgiving from the crew of Last Breath TV.
Rack Attack!